Yeah, we've worked with companies like Toyota since the 60s. In fact, we're here in Singapore where we worked with them since 1967. And Hong Kong since 1966. So we continue to build out our relationship. And we think the Japanese OEMs, and in particular, if you think about Toyota's hybrid play, will be crucial, as hybrid is a great transition technology to a low-carbon future for mobility.
And we've been seeing a re-energized hybrid offering, haven't we?
Oh, without question. And you can see consumer demand globally for hybrid is picking up very strongly. We see it in the Americas, we see it for certain in Europe and Asia Pacific. But of course, you know, we want to move to a future which is zero carbon, and therefore in the future we'll see a pure EV world pretty much from our perspective. So we're excited about Toyota's investment in solid-state batteries as well. We think that's going to be a winner.
I was in India earlier on this year, and I was talking to MG Motor, and that's a really interesting story because you and I know a lot of old British marques have been bought over by the Indian conglomerates. How's business over there?
In India?
Yes.
So we don't operate in India because we leave the very big markets to the OEMs to run directly. We specialise in smaller to medium-sized markets where we see more rapid growth. So hence the reason I was saying before, a flat 90 million market, how does Inchcape continue to grow? We're in markets which are growing, have better GDP growth than world average, have very low motorisation rates. In Europe, if you look at the number of cars per 1,000 people, it's about 550. In Indonesia, it's 89. So therefore, we know that over time we can get really good growth in those markets, but we're not in India.
How concerned are you, Duncan, about the challenges and the risks over the horizon? And if it is a Trump administration, if we do go down this rabbit hole of retaliatory tit for tat on the trade front, that your business could be collateral damage?
So I'm not. Our strategy, so we're not in the very big markets. So the United States, which is 15 to 20 billion units per annum, or China, which is a similar volume. We're deliberately not in those markets because we believe our OEM or mobility partners should run those themselves. If I look from a consumer perspective, what do consumers want? They want well-priced, high-quality mobility, because mobility enables our consumers in the markets we work in to make money and have a great standard of living. So therefore, we are taking OEM partners from China, from Japan, from Europe and US into our markets around the world in Southern America, Africa, Southeast Asia and Southern and Eastern Europe.
Is self-driving a consideration? Increasingly, how big a part of the offering and the partnership is that going to be with OEMs moving forward?
All the OEMs are investing in autonomous technology. You can see that in all of the major markets. I mean, my view, in our markets, over the next half a decade, I don't see this being a big part of the mobility journey. As you move to 2035 and beyond, it may play some part in very major cities, in the central districts of major cities. It will be part of our offering. We're getting increasingly expert at how you service fleets, and therefore you could have that as fleets of autonomous vehicles as well. But we're making the right investments. We're building strategic muscle in the right way that will enable us to continue to grow to the end of this half decade and into the 2030s.